Yeah, Two Fake does suck. People are trying to figure out if Red Dead won a troll vote by the voters, but all the Red Dead players are just shaking their heads in disbelief at how pathetic it is that it actually won. Yeah, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I haven't completed Red Dead 2. I was going to try and do it on here, but you know, for reasons that are kind of in my control, but out of my control, I have. I don't know. It just feels to me like voting, right, in anything, whether it be politics or gaming, films, TV series, or whatever. I don't think that our votes actually matter, unless, of course, the vote swung in the way that people wanted it to. Does that make sense? Destroying the bot. You destroyed them bots. You can tell it's Sunday. Why? Lionel Richie playing somewhere. Is it Sunday morning or Monday morning? I'm easy like Sunday morning. It's Sunday, isn't it? It's not Monday. So why would anybody have an easy Monday morning? Everybody hates a Monday. At least I used to hate Mondays. Usually because of a massive hangover. 'Tis indeed so. Got up at 11:30 and I'm ready for bed already. Yes. It's not fun, is it? So what kind of TV series and stuff do you watch, Offspring? What floats your boat? Where did that go? Yeah. I just got a text message. Who done be texting me? Currently watching Heavy Rescue 401 on Prime. When I get a chance to watch anything, I find something similar to that. Something. Yeah, there's a recovery program on Netflix. I forget what it's called now. Heavy Wreckers or something. I enjoyed watching that. It's all about that hill in, is it Canada or somewhere, I can't remember now. Highway Through Hell. That's the one. That's the one. I like any car programs. Okay, that kind of went on very well. Yeah, I'm kind of concentrating on this bit down here because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip around for the next one, because this leaning forward stuff is not doing me much good, to be honest. Jamie Davis tone, yeah. Right, 17. It's a darker green now. What else do you watch other than just like recovery programs? Do you watch anything else? Like, I've been trying to open my horizons to watching all kinds of stuff. But like I said, I've been watching a lot of anime just lately, and just trying to get into that. Because and what's nice about anime, especially the older types of anime like Attack on Titan, Initial D, and all that kind of stuff, is that there's no agendas being pushed in it. It's just pure fantastical fun. You know, there's no hidden messages or meanings. If anything, it's more about how we treat each other. Some of them, which is kind of weird to see. 15, 14, 16, 16, 16, 19, 14, so I can do that. I want to stream it, but I don't know. What's this? Me and the wife and the kid are going to be doing some diamond art. So, oh, you should do it, buddy. You should definitely do it. Like, I'm gonna do it myself really soon. Like, this is how much I do with the diamond stuff. Like, in here, I have the light bulb. Let me show you. I actually have a light bulb to put it under, and that was the next thing I'm going to be doing on here. I've got a painting to do after this one, and then I'm going to take a break from painting for a while, and then I'm going to do some 5D stuff, because that's really relaxing. And yeah, the setup I've just got a camera up here. I've got 2 ring lights, and then just this area of the desk. Works for me. I don't get the feeling that yeah, it is. Bugger me. See, how did I do that? Is that 17? I bet I can't find out what number that is now, can I? Bugger. That looks a bit dark to me. Let me just see if that is the same colour. Nope, that's not the colour. It's going to be lighter than that. What have I got that's lighter than that? It's going to be 20 then, isn't it? If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. Let me just take that off there. Just go over it with that. Yeah, that was the colour. 20. Okay, so we'll continue this 20 down here, because clearly I went off topic and went in there. Oh, 40 by 60 pieces. Oh, nice. Then we're going to frame them and put them up on the walls. The wife saw something. Yeah, honestly, I've got one downstairs. My daughter-in-law did it for my wife. It's a Harry Potter one. I've done a couple of superhero ones. I just find them really relaxing, and they're much easier than this, because you can't really go wrong with 5D painting. The only thing I did buy for myself, because I found that the pens they give you in the pack, because I've done a few of them now, right? I found that the pens, that's the one she saw. Oh, that's cool. Nice koi. Yeah. Where did we put the 5? Did I put it up there? Is that it? No, it's not. It's not that one either. Did I just move all of it? I've literally just moved everything around, because I've got new. Oh, hang on a minute. It's in here. Here we go. This is my 5B drawer, where I've got my stuff and my things. But yeah, I bought this. Let me just open this up quick. And So I bought myself this, right? Because I thought it was a gimmick to start off with. Because you know the other pens, they're like really small. Well, after a while, after an hour or two of doing it, I'd get like cramp in my hands and stuff. So I got this because it's got a proper metal end on it there, right? And it's also got that end, and it's so much more comfortable to do it because this just feels so much better in your hand. So yeah, that's why I got that, and it comes with all of these other little attachments that you can use and put on there and stuff. And yeah, so I got myself that as well. But yeah, I love doing 5D stuff. Anything to keep me busy, I'm your man, basically. Can you go? Thank you. There we go. I just noticed I've got to do a bit of black there. But yeah, it's kind of weird. Like I've watched other people do 5D stuff, and it seems to me that the people that watch it only want to watch the ones where the camera's up close, which could be a bit of an issue because I I suppose you could zoom your camera in, I guess. Doing as a family. Oh, that's cool. I've actually got one underneath this, flattening out right now. It's been flattening out for quite some time. It's probably flat. But yeah, I've had it in there flattening out for a while, ready to do. But yeah, it's all about just filling up your time. Like for people that work and what have you, it's probably an alien concept, like to have to fill up your time. But when you don't, you know, disabled and whatever else, you've got to try and fill up your time because otherwise you'll just go stir crazy. I'll tell you another good one to do. Instead of doing that, because usually the 5D paintings are somewhat plastic and going over it with an iron, you can do that with a canvas, but you can't really do it with them. So what I generally tend to do is underneath my bed I have a flat surface, right? It's not ridged with the slats. It's like a divan bed almost, but reinforced. So I just put mine under there with a towel on top of it, and then I usually do a few at a time, and then just leave them in there. And when I'm ready for it, like yeah, exactly. Trust me, there ain't a wrinkle in my shit. I can tell you. Quite the opposite, really. There. You can go around here. This is so thin, this light green paint. It really is. So just a dab over the top of the number. Like that. Do this bit here. Perfect. And then a nice little dob. Nice and thick. That's there. Who's trying to get in touch with me? Hang on, give me a second, everybody, because I'm feeling that was my wife that just messaged. Or is she just sending me stuff? Oh, she's just sending me like random stuff. Right, okay, I shall look at that later. Right, here we go. What have we got now? 15 still, so let's carry on doing that. There. Someone's on fire today. No, just seen them kits. I'm gonna get my wife and kiddo. Yeah, honestly, they're really good. And I'm not just saying it as like a gimmick to get. It really helps your hands. Because, like, I mean, like, we can all use the one that comes with it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the one that comes with it, but after a couple of hours of doing it, you really know that you've been using one from the kit. But when you use the thicker one, it's so much nicer on your hands. But yeah, you should stream it. I'd sit and watch you do that, especially with you and your kids and your missus and stuff, you know, and the banter that's bound to come up from it. You should do it. Be nice. And also, it does something different that other streamers and stuff don't do. It kind of gives them an insight into you and your family and stuff, which then sort of, you know, makes you more relatable, I guess. Going to get some of the clear PVA to seal them afterwards too. Yeah, Mod Podge is much better than the PVA glue stuff. It's slightly more expensive, obviously, but the Mod Podge stuff also is slightly flexible, where the PVA glue really isn't, and then it generally just tends to crack. I think the best way of doing it, if you're going to display it, and that is to put it behind some kind of plastic perspex sheet, you know, like or a piece of glass. And in that way, then the beads can't fall anywhere. They can't come off. And then, yeah. I want to get a second cam first, though, so I can be seen on stream too. Well, here was the thing. I was going to put my cam on, and I did in the beginning, but literally all you're going to see is like the top of my balding head. It's like, you know, so what's the point? The wife saw some actual sealant. I was like, no, PVA is better. I mean, PVA glue will work. I was lucky. I bought like 5 gallons of PVA glue years ago, and it's still good today because obviously it's got the lid on it. Because I did it, I was making a makeshift spray booth for my air gun, airbrushing thing, not air gun. So I'm going to guess that that's 13. It's a 14, so we've got a couple of 14s to do. So we'll do this one first. And yeah, I was doing that whole paper mache thing over the cardboard box. And my missus was saying to me, "Oh, what are you doing that for? It's just taking up so much time and it's only going to break and whatever else." It's still going strong even today. You can actually put stuff on top of it, heavy stuff on top of it, because I put a lot of paper on it. But unfortunately, not having used it and properly checked dimensions and stuff, it's not actually fit for purpose. Unless I'm doing something incredibly small. So, yeah. But I'm going to start cracking out. I'm getting to the point now in this room where it's... I'm slowly but surely like buying the cheap plastic drawers and stuff to put my bits and pieces in, so it looks a bit tidier in this room, and then I have some form of continuity of what's going on in here. Then I'm going to start to crack out my airbrush, because I really want to do my car, my Dodge Charger. Is it a Dodge Charger? Is it a Charger? No, it's a Charger. I don't even remember what it is now, to be perfectly honest with you. But whatever it is, I want to do it. Waterproof, and it's going to be framed afterwards anyway with glass, so it's not going to crack too much. True. What I really want to do is set them up with LEDs around the inside of the frame. Yeah, that's easy enough to do. And cheap enough these days, actually. Right. I'll close it here. What have we got now? 13. Next. Yeah, let me know when you're going to start that, just so I can make sure that I'm there, because I'd love to see how you got it set up. Yeah, you can wire them yourself. Yeah, which is handy. Yeah, and like I said, they're not expensive LEDs at all. There. I did just see chat go up, but I can't take my eye off of this for a second. Hey, it's really coming along now. Right. Let's get a bit of you. So what's this? This is 16. 16. So it's a 19. If I'm going to do it with just one camera, I can set it all up easily for me to do on my own stream. There's a little table in the bedroom that I can attach the camera and stuff to. Just need a little tripod or something. Yeah, and lighting's also very important. Like, that's been the biggest bane of my life since I've been doing all this. Like the cameras and webcams and stuff, from my experience so far, has been like they're set up as webcams, so they have a specific like lighting reference, which is no good for doing this kind of thing. Like, all of the automatic stuff that my camera comes with is all turned off right now. Like, if I was to turn the light off in here, this basically all goes black. And if I didn't do that, the picture would be so overexposed, so bright, you wouldn't be able to see the paint by numbers outline. So I've had to do so much mucking about with it to get it right. It's definitely been a learning curve, I can tell you that. Don't need to worry about light. Yeah, cool. A bit of black next. Come on, cover up. Hey, my ring lights are bright, as well as the ceiling. Yeah, well, that's the other thing. Like I like the lighting. Like I said, for me was like the most important thing to try and get right, because like as you can see down here, it's dark, but up here it's bright because it's closer to the lights and stuff. It was a nightmare to just try and get it right, and I'm not particularly happy with it the way it is, but you know, there's only so much perfectionist stuff you can do. Sometimes you just got to go with what you got. You know, I'm no Bob Ross or, you know, professional painter. I just do paint by numbers. So sometimes you just have to manage your expectations. But yeah, the art streams that I do, I enjoy them the most. It's not that I don't enjoy the other stuff, because I do. I enjoy like playing games. I enjoy playing scary games, and I enjoy the whole jump scares and stuff. But these are where I get to sort of relax and just be me, without the whole, you know, trying to be funny or trying to be entertaining or whatever. I'm just literally just me, and just talking to you all as just a normal human being. Well, as close an approximation as I can be to that. Cool. It looks great though. The dark areas at the bottom to be depth of the picture. Oh, did they? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I always thought maybe it was just an issue, but I'm glad you said that, because I'm always trying to make things look better. I'm never satisfied with anything. Always striving to give the best experience that I can. And then I've got my setup now. I'm pretty much comfortable, more comfortable than I used to be. I'm not going to say that I'm comfortable, because I'm just not. That unfortunately is something I'm going to have to just go through for a while, I guess. Oh, my PC is getting an upgrade to. Ooh, what are you getting? What are you doing? Give me a second here. I'm just going to lean back for a minute, because my back is starting to hurt a little bit. I'd like to attack a bit of the blackness there. Oh, nice. Yeah, that'll be a big upgrade for you. Definitely. Right, let's get some black down from here. There. What's making you upgrade? Is it just time for it now, or have you won the lottery? A good friend just upgraded 5800. So great chip, that is. Really, really good chip. Probably one of the best value for money chips that AMD have done. The 5800X3D. Even if you have one now, you know, it's like a much smaller bump up in performance. Can you stay there, please? Thank you. Does that stop? It doesn't, does it? It goes all the way up there. Well, I said I wanted to attack a bit of this. So I'm sure that it stops there, right? Yeah, it does by the looks of it. And if not, I can always go over it again with the right colour, but I think I've got the right one here. Only paid $2.50. Wow, that's a really good deal for that chip. I've just noticed I don't actually think I'm sticking my paintbrush into the paint half the time. There was a bit of a blob in that one. That's alright. We'll make that work. Brilliant. Come up here a bit more. Because this black is going to give the crest a real bit of definition. Brilliant. That's actually looking really good. Most people shy away from things like paint by numbers. You honestly don't understand the elation you get when what you're doing on the canvas is you doing it, and the finished article is so worth it. And this time you can spend, I mean, I spend my time streaming this, and I talk to other people, and you know, I have a great time doing it. But even when I wasn't, the time for reflection, and you can just put on like an audio book and then just sit and do this, and then your time doesn't ever feel wasted. And I know it takes a long time to do one of these, and that's the whole point of them. You know, if it was quick and easy, you'd lose interest and you'd find another hobby, you know. But trust me, and there's a few people actually that have messaged me, and friends of mine even have actually started doing some painting by numbers, and they've begun to realise that what I've been saying all this time is actually true, and they're glad that they started it. And I'm chuffed to bits that they've actually tried it, you know, to see. And it doesn't, it's not a hobby that really costs fortunes to do, you know. And the fact that you're not banging them out every 5 minutes is another bonus. And there's nothing nicer than hanging your own art up that you've done on your wall, and then like people come around and they're that's really nice, I like that, where'd you get that from? It's like, well, I painted it. Oh, really? Yeah, it's like diamond art. Yeah, exactly. They're so cheap for the kids. And there's so many hours of fun, and especially doing them with kids and what have you. You know, you've got hours and hours of just like fun. And granted, it's not for everyone. You know, not every hobby is for everybody. But I keep pushing and tell people to keep trying it because me personally, if I hadn't fallen ill the way I did, and my missus hadn't have pushed me into like trying it, I would never have known that I was fairly good at it. I'm not going to say that I'm brilliant at it because I'm not, but I would never have realised that it was something I could do and something that I enjoy doing. And it would have all been because, like, I've never bothered to try it before, and these paintbrushes are getting right on my nerves right now. You would have thought moving them would be a good idea, wouldn't you? But you know, here we don't use much in the way of common sense. I like to leave that at the go live button, and we let anarchy rule from there. Yeah, well, okay. Anarchy has just decided that it's not needed anymore. So these are going to go over there. Let's see if I can drop. Wow. I bet none of you can guess what happened there. They all ended up on the floor. It is very therapeutic, actually. Gives you time to unwind and just think about, like, if you're concentrating on doing something, it's amazing how much it takes your mind off of other things that you would normally be thinking about. It's weird. And I'm not saying that this is going to work for everybody. You know, I guess it takes a certain type of person to do these. You know, but once you've tried it and you get the bug for it, it's a very good little hobby. And I found out the other day, not that this is something I would probably ever do, but you can sell your painted paint by numbers, and people do genuinely buy them. So there's potential little business there. I'm not saying that you're going to become like Van Gogh and whatever else, but every time you do it, you get a little bit better. Like I said, look at me. I've just decided to do painting figures and stuff, and because of painting figures now, I've learned a lot more about paints and the consistencies and stuff, and every time I do something I'm learning, and it's always good to learn something. I literally cannot say that enough. You know, learning something is good. You can never have enough skills, and the more you know how to do, the more self-sufficient you become. And I'm not advocating for people to just not be with other people and, you know, not have to rely on other people or whatever else. I'm just saying the more self-sufficient you are, the less you have to rely on other people. Then when you actually have them in your life, you have them there because you want them there, not because you need them there. If that makes any sense to anyone. Which, you know, would be a surprise for me because I don't normally make sense to anybody. Five. Any more number fives there? I'm guessing probably not. Okay. I wanted to get this little bit done here, because I'm curious to see how this actually turns out on paper or canvas. Just interested to see how striking this is, if at all. Little bit more. brilliant. A couple of little number 6s up there we can just snag. And here, do I have enough paint on this brush to do this? I think so. Now that's not something I would have been able to do before, because I would have definitely... What colour is number 2? It's a cream. It's like a peachy cream. Went over the line a little bit. It's alright, the other colour's black, so it'll be nice and easy to me to put right, I guess. Perfect. Even doing dinner if you want yours a little bit. What time are we on now? Yeah, I'll have it whenever you're ready. Sweetheart, thank you. There. Meatballs and pasta. Yes, please. Bit in there. Get this one here done. That one there. Then we got 7 and a 14. I don't have that in my hand, but I do know them. Do this number 7 here. It's a nice chocolate colour. Perfect. And then a bit of 14. And then I can sit back and take a look at it and see what it looks like. So on camera, it doesn't look like I've actually coloured these in at all, from what I can see right now. But I know that that's not an actual what's coming over to everybody else, because when I look at it on my TV later on, it always looks nice. It's like, okay. And then a little 14. I don't normally like doing a lighter colour next to a dark colour that I've just done, because generally speaking it always seems to want to run into it, you know. But I think I got away with it that time, which I'm incredibly happy about.